Hello everybody, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to unleash Death and Death with this Maliketh build. So first off, we're going to want Maliketh's Black Blade. You get this off of killing Maliketh. You get this from his remembrance. Before that, you can use something such as Black Flame Blade or something like that. However, this one is just way too sweet. You can see here it has a insanely cool special. The next thing that you are going to want is all of the beast incantations here. So you can see here we are just chucking boulders with this build, which is super duper fun. Now the cool thing is about all of this is that most of the gear is straightforward on where to get it. Alright, so to get the incantations, you just need to take Deathroot to Garank in the Beast Sanctum. You get this in various catacombs as well as killing Tibia Mariners. I'm going to have a list of it all in the description, as well as a link that'll take you to a page that can show you where each of these things are at. Alright, so from the Third Church of America in Limgrave, there's a teleporter behind it. So all you need to do is go to this teleporter behind it, and then that'll take you right to the Beast Sanctum, exactly where Garank is. He's going to be inside of here. Alright, so to get the Maliketh set and Maliketh's Black Blade, you have to just kill Maliketh himself. So once you kill him, the armor set is going to be available at the Twin Husk Maidens, and then the Black Blade will be available from Inia, the person that you trade in the remembrances to at the Round Table Hold. So for talismans, unfortunately, the three we're going to be using are, you do have to do a questline for it, but because this is a Maliketh build, in order to get the Black Blade anyway, I figured it wouldn't be too much of a problem because all of these quests are, well, sorry, not all of them, but most of these quests are also going to end somewhere around the Crumbling Farum Azula area. Right, so you should be able to get to the Halig tree as well if you're getting to Maliketh and Crumbling Farum Azula. So we're going to be using the Shard of Alexander, Beloved Stardust, Rotten Wing Sword Insignia, and the Dragon Crest Great Shield Talisman. And here in this little clip, you can see me getting the Dragon Crest Great Shield Talisman. All you have to do is start from the drainage channel, run around on these here branches, jump onto the roof, move around a little bit, and then you have to drop down in through the roof. But you need to be careful because there are like these pest guys that are just going to shoot their threads at you, and oh my gosh, if it hits you, it'll blow you off the face of the planet, I promise. So be careful. So just make sure you don't fall down too far here, because we need to turn to the left, and then it's going to be in that chest right there. So the Shard of Alexander is going to boost our attack power by 15%. That's the main reason why we're using this. So whenever we do a special attack, it's going to do even more damage. You get this from doing the Warrior Jar questline. It starts in Limgrave. However, you can skip it a little bit. Just make sure that you go and do Radon first, because really, if you want to like kind of skip the Jar questline as fast as possible, just make sure you go and unlock Radon. You don't have to talk to him before then. Then you go talk to Radon, then go to Mount Gelmer, and then beat the Magma Worm. It's over in Fort Lade, and then he'll pop up there. And then after that, he says he's going to go to the mountaintop of the giants, and you got to summon him for the fire giant fight, and then you'll find him again in Crumbling Farum Azula. At least those are the only steps that I have had to do. There's like 9 steps listed on most websites if you want to actually meet him in every single place, but you can actually kind of fast forward the process. But yeah, so that's pretty much it there. And then the Magma Worm's over by Fort Lade. It's in a kind of an odd spot over in Mount Gelmer. Next one we're going to want is Beloved Stardust. This is going to shorten the casting speed for our sorceries and incantations to the utmost. We don't use sorceries, but this is super good for specifically the rock flinging whenever we go to throw boulders, because the boulder incantation specifically, it will actually keep throwing quickly in a chain for as long as you have, the stamina for it. So having a high endurance definitely helps in this build. To get this, you have to do the Ymir quest line in the DLC, which I'll have a link to a video guide on that below. So for the Rotten Wing Sword Insignia, that one you have to do the Millicent quest line. It's going to start over in Caelid, and that's going to take you all the way to the Halig tree to complete. Alternatively, you can go into a cave over in Lernia, and that is going to give you a lesser version of it if you like to do that. The reason why I included this one was because we're repeatedly throwing stones, so it's going to increase our attack power by quite a lot. So to get the lesser version, just go over here to Lernia, Stillwater Cave, and we are just going to make a quick little run down to the bottom of here. You kill a Clean Rot Knight at the end, and that'll give it to you. Yeah, and you can just sprint through everything following this path. You really don't even need to fight anything because their attacks are all really slow moving, so even like maybe the bats might hit you, but that's about it. But yeah, just make this little run down here, and then you will be at the boss, which again is a Clean Rot Knight. So now for the flask, I'm using the Thorny Crack tier just because I like it. It'll give you a consecutive attack power buff just like the Winged Scythe. So the more rocks you throw, the more damage you're gonna get. So I thought that was pretty nice. So I decided to go for that. Yeah, so just run around here out in the consecrated snowfield, and you're gonna need to go up here, kill an Erdtree avatar, and that'll give it to you. Alternatively, you could just go the Holy Crack Shroud tier because I believe it's holy damage that Maliketh's Blade does. But I prefer this. It's right here. So from the Fort Fair outside of Grace, we're going to go get the Opaline Hard tier. You just have to kill another Erdtree avatar. This is going to temporarily boost all of our damage negations in a physics, so it's going to give us 15% damage reduction, which is just pretty nice in general. Be a little careful though on this Erdtree avatar, as I have found that the Scarlet Erot will really wreck your spirit summons and stuff like that. So if you don't have fire damage or something that counters it, just be a little careful. Now in Mount Gelmir, we're going to go get Golden Vow. This is going to be one of the incantations that we use. It's pretty solid. It gives us 15% damage, 15% damage negation, and it stacks with body buffs. That's why you can use it with other spells. So, pretty solid. Pretty solid. Now, watch out though, there is an invader. So when you come up here, you could just pick it up and run, but it is going to knock you off your mount. But if you might get caught off guard by this invader if you're not paying attention, so be careful. Alright, so now we're going to go grab Flame Grant Me Strength. We're going to do a little run over here in Caelid to get over here to that fort. And then over at this fort in between two cannons is going to be our incantation. Now, unfortunately, there's not a super solid option for Site of Grace. All of them are kind of a little bit of a distance away from this place, but it's okay. So we're going to come around here. Watch out for the bow guys. They do a little gravity bow thing. And the incantation is going to be right over here. Alright. Alrighty guys, so that's going to do it. I hope you enjoyed this build. It's been pretty fun to play, just running around and throwing boulders at people and using Maliketh's Black Blade. So it's kind of a thematic build. It definitely kind of gives you all the abilities that Maliketh has. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.